And we're live.
Hello.
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 Yes.
Dude, this is horrible. Nobody wants this. What? Balky Bartakumus?
Yes.
Mi scusi. Mi scusi. Yeah, Balky's dope. How can nobody not? Oh, yeah, well, Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
The Kitty Clack of Miss JD.
Okay, cool.
And we are live
Present.
in the green room.
Here.
Doing another B-side. B-side.
Feel the bass. Yo, while we were waiting for you to get in your dungeon, I was playing some of the tracks and stuff that because I'm modifying the first playlist for episode 1 of the Happy Hour of Hip Hop. Put some good stuff in there.
Triple H.
Dude, that's what it is. Like in my files, it's HHH episode 001.
Triple H.
Yeah. Happy Hour Hip Hop. Actually, it should be HHHH.
H3.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop anonymous.
Damn,
Damn it, you give him what he is he wants. I'm Scuba Sam, Scuba Steve's father. Dude, I love how he just like, I mean, come on, like think about that.
Don't do that.
Like Saturday Night Live when he had the freaking, he's like, I'm crazy guy with a spoon for a head. Give me some candy. Like, what? That's all it was. It's literally all it was. And he just made that funny.
Remember, ooh, the claw is gonna get you. It's like, don't do that.
Wasn't that like Liar Liar or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The claw.
Like you're doing it wrong. Don't do that. You're wearing the
My
shirt of
favorite
the band
line.
you're going to see.
No, I'm drinking the tequila that you brought last week.
Don't be that guy.
See what I did there?
all
That
I'm
was pretty
saying.
good, right? Yeah. I flipped it on you.
Is it delicious?
Fucking right, dude.
Not like I made it or anything, but I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Well, I mean, there's love because you brought it out of love. So there's more love. It's just there's a lot of love. Oh, look, it's even got a heart on the glass, so it's filled with that much more love. Look at that. It also says there's no place like home.
Because there's a heart on the outside of the glass proves that it's filled with more love.
Well, yeah, because every time you look through it, it's just like, oh, look at all that love. So no matter, you don't know where it's at. You can't tell if it's on the outside or the inside. It's just, it is.
So like, when
See, look, just look. See, now I'm making them look at it. Look at it. Love.
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
all right.
Yeah, I was playing some dope tracks earlier while we were waiting for you, like mini DJ session. Some good stuff. Craig Mack, Flavor in your ear.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, flavor in your ear.
of course. And then a little whoop, whoop, as the sound of the ballers.
Were you listening to Larry
Yeah, so I was taking notes.
spin the records?
For real. So I was taking notes. All right, because like, think about this. He got approval as well as direction from our dude on how to put his show together so that he can do the live broadcast. So if he's doing that and it's still a continuous thing, then it's like, all right, this is obviously in the realm of what our dude is cool with. So if I put that kind of style production together, but like real smooth, like, dude, it's gonna be dope. I'm pretty sure I'm getting like a mad thumbs up. That's why I'm the first episode needs to be very specific in its
Express
track.
yourself.
Well, right. But I think the first episode really needs to encompass that truer sense of what, hip hop culture was about, what rap was. But it was like, express yourself. Yeah, it was, bringing your community together. That's what one of my favorite things is. There's only 2 reasons to grab a microphone. You're either here to get the party started or you got something to say. Otherwise, like, dude, it's like, don't even bother picking that thing up.
When you set that date at 99 is the cutoff? Like when you set that date, like you kind of make that pretty clear.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
This is the point where, okay, What did I just like hip hop hooray? You know, like stuff like that. Like,
well, so here's
and the old historical stuff.
So
too.
check this. This is like,
is it because you can only party like it's 1999?
Actually, it was more of the fact that I felt anything 2000 on in the realm of rap or hip hop is it's
mainstream.
It's pop. Yeah, it's pop. It's mainstream. It's been
not all of it. I mean,
no, obviously not. But pretty much anything before that was relatively
what
part
about
of the raw expression. Like,
I mean, there's tons of stuff. I definitely could throw in on ideas for your show.
This is a point I was about to make was
J. Rue to damage you.
So the whole thing about like the 1999 cutoff, right? Check this. Here's the issue. MF Doom, which is originally Zev Love X, right? Do you not know who MF Doom is, bro?
No.
Or Zev Love X? Holy crap, bro! Oh my god.
School me.
Okay, so I'm gonna need some help on this. I'm trying to remember it. I was just listening to it the other day, and name's escaping me. Zev Love X with his brother, which was DJ Squibbles, if I'm recalling correctly. That was the original band, which was like 96, 95, I think. Maybe 93. No, well, because they were like one of the first like groups coming out of New York, but they were like all underground. For reference, the group Third Base, right? You've heard the track Gas Face, like everybody did, because they had like the freaking mad MTV videos, and they were just playing it hard as can be. Well, if you remember in that song where he says, he goes like, Zev Love X doesn't get to Gas Face. And it's like one of those things because it was a shout out to their dude. But then that group, which it's escaping me. It's killing me right now. Are you getting it?
Young Black Teenagers?
Maybe. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What was the first album? It has like Peach Fuzz on it. And, oh God, something about the 808s, dude. It's actually a really good album.
808.
808. I was just about to say 8 o'clock.
Triggered some memories.
The 808 kick drum makes the girlies get.
So here's the deal: is that group breaks up because the one guy dies. So then Zev Love X like takes his name away because he's like, that was a part of the group, so I'm not going to do that thing, and he becomes MF Doom. Dude, he is by far like one of the most amazing lyricists ever. Like, there's so many people that will hand to God will be like, yeah, I will kill a motherfucker who says anything wrong about that. So he's like one of the greats in that sense, but he too is no longer. So he only put out a couple albums, but when he did that, you're talking like 03, 05. So he's like just over that marker for MF Doom, but not as like Zev Love X. So it's like, which anybody like, dude, check that stuff out, man. That's like old school back in the day, Tribe Called Quest, Roots, any of that kind of stuff. Like that real dope, collaborative, awesome group effort, real chill. Diggable, yeah. I mean, any of that kind of stuff, for real. Yeah, a lot of groups on that level, but.
So he's associated with two groups. The Young Black Teenagers, which despite their name, none of them were black. And it was two brothers and DJ Scribble. And then there's the other one, which is called Dead End Kids Doing Lifetime Biz. Yeah,
no, that was not. I don't know what that was. I guess that's like a side project or something. But yeah, no, if you look up what was the first album for them? Young Black Teenagers. Because that was the group. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on that album it was like there's Peach
Nobody
Fuzz.
Knows.
Right. What is
Proud to Be, My Donna, and Loud and Hard to Hit were the top songs. And then with the other band, it was Pop the Bottle, Roll with the Flavor, and First True Love Affair. Yeah,
if I tell you what, if you look up Young Black Teenagers wiki it, they'll have a section in there where
that's what I'm on.
They should have album breaks down, and then you should be able to go into that first album set, and then that should have all the track breakdowns. But I don't know. Long story short, having this outlet, the happy hour of hip hop, like that's just it's being able to bring that kind of education and entertainment, which to me is pretty much a part of supporting your community in that sense. It's giving proper education, or at least allowing for the availability of that education. So, I mean, obviously when I do this show, I'm going to have like, cheat sheets. I'm going to have, all my stuff written out.
I don't know. I've been saying for a while, and like, I feel weird saying it, but I mean, I would say like hip hop is dead, but I don't want to offend anybody when I say something like that, but it's just, it'll never die. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel it from a lot of artists today. Well, but I mean, I know things change.
Because here's the thing though, rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live.
Right.
So in that sense, yeah, I can totally agree that like hip hop is kind of dead. Like, it's never going to die.
Well,
but
MCing, DJing, I mean,
breaking.
Rapping is just MCing. That's just one.
Yeah, it's one of the five for what hip hop culture is. But agreed, and that's why I'm like, so it's not dead. It's like on sabbatical. It's it's taking a break, regrouping, coming back around again.
But you need a record player, and you need a DJ. You need. Well, no, but with the elements. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have graffiti, but of course, come on.
What? Why would you not have? That's like saying, "Hey, I want a pizza, but don't put any sauce on it."
I know, right?
What? No. What? No. No. Yeah, you gotta have graffiti, bro.
That was the original.
I mean, honestly, like, dude, growing up back in the day, so we had basically like your OG vatos that would just like, they were taggers. So they weren't like artists. They literally would just throw their tag up. So they like spray their name or something, or like, spray their set or whatever their deal was. Their little emblem logo, like whatever, that thing to signify. It's like, yo, this is whatever. Like, so repping their crew. But then we still had like a few cats that like were legit artists, and they would spray some pretty like dope stuff, but it was few and far in between. So growing up watching like Breakin', you know what I mean? And like, Beat Street and all that kind of stuff, seeing these cats like truly spray, it's like, dude, graffiti is definitely a big part of who I was growing up.
I mean, I always got to give props, and as long as it's tastefully done, which like some of the greats they've all been tastefully done. I mean, it's not like it's filthy.
It's art.
It's art.
It's an expression. Yeah.
But like I've seen some fat ass bubble letters, multicolored.
I know you
right on an underpass, and I'm like, oh, you risky mother. You're just hanging off there with a rope in the middle of the night.
But see, and that's the thing is having those kind of pieces, there's a massive amount of expression in that. There's seeing it invokes so many different ideas and understandings. Like you said, bro, to be up on there, you had to be like hanging off. Like just to legit pull this off, like you had to be in some like, and you still did it smooth. Like what?
It used to be if you could get the train cars, because the train cars goes through the whole gambit. So you get your name out there all in one day, even if it gets destroyed the end of the week, you were still out there.
Yeah, right.
They're like, look, man, I tagged a train.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that was the thing. If it went through all the boroughs or whatever, all of a sudden it was just like somebody like they just saw your name. They're like, what? Who is this? Yeah, dude. But that's. And that
it's like, wait a minute, you got to wait for, the 211,
But see, those are all those things that really encompasses hip hop culture, and having all of those pieces put together to offer the entertainment and educational value of it. Like, dude, this is.
And what, dancing or b-boying or breakdancing.
Breakers.
Had to be part of it too.
Yeah, the b-boys, the breakers, the crews. Like, you always be like, yo, who's got that cardboard? Somebody just be like, find a cardboard and just like bust it out.
Somebody had a little steel boombox,
Dude, nah, man, dude, them Johns. Back in the day, man.
Dude, they were like 20 pounds, man.
Dude, they took like 10D batteries or like 12 or like what? It's like 16. Dude, oh man, you had like TVs in them.
You had to put that joint on your shoulder because you couldn't carry it all day.
You'd be like walking around like. ball. You got to carry with your knees, bro. You're doing it all wrong. Blow your back like that. Oh man, but yeah, I for me as like as a child, like this is I think the big thing that really is drawing me to want to do this is because it's not only just a throwback, but it's also an homage. You know, it's a respect. It's show appreciation for where I've been and where I've come from, and
really having fun with it too. I mean, you could throw in like clips from movies.
Well, so what I was thinking was like, so while the spectrum is 70s, 80s, and 90s, there was definitely some straight up bullshit cheese tracks. You know, like some Sir Mix-a-Lot stuff or some Heavy D shit, or, you know, like the Gas Face, like all that kind of stuff. You could do an all cheese set where it's just like the stupid, where, you know, the super overplayed. I mean,
like throwing stabs in from like movie quotes of the era, you know, like something from Wild Style, something from, you know, to throw in a different flair.
But we're talking about hip hop. So, I mean, unless it was hip hop based. So, I mean, like, all right, cool. So then, yeah, like if it was like from Breakin' 2 or Beat Street.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I can see, but then that's, I don't know, it depends. Because, I mean, if it's also like, because maybe the track I play is the one that was legit off the soundtrack and they put some of the vocals in there too, you know, the lines going back and forth and then it goes into the song.
Could be.
Because sometimes they do that, you know what I mean?
It could be P-Funk for a second. I mean, who knows?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, so cool. I can also
I like that old to new thing idea too, where I was saying like.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, that's another spectrum that I really look forward to is being able to say, hey, this is the track that you all know.
This is before and after.
But this is where it came from. Like, this is the sample they took. Like, I was talking to this one cat about it. And it's like, bro, you do realize that Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill, there's like 3 or 4 tracks that are just straight taken from Led Zeppelin. Like Rick Rubin just like straight took break beats off of Led Zeppelin's Zeppelin 2 and boom, there's your, you know,
boom.
Do it. Boom. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the list in front of me. I'm trying to pull them off my, everybody knows Philly D is not that smart. He knows stuff, but he doesn't know everything.
No, give yourself some credit there, son.
That's what we got the fact checker for, because she's dope like that.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, I want to say at least 3 tracks off of Ill Communications or Licensed to Ill. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it's 3, maybe 4. But yeah, I mean, but that's the thing though. You're talking about a 3-second snippet, and boom. But without it, the track would not be right. You know, especially like Rick Rubin stuff. You know, that's what I loved about him. He was very much that new school twist on taking samples. You know what I mean? Because like, all right, so you get cats like Kool Herc and stuff and Africa Bambaataa, and they're like, they literally take a recording, like they sample something and then they mess with that sample. I mean, back in the day, that's literally what you had to do. You didn't have it in your computer as something already preset.
No,
and you could just tweak it.
Yeah.
You had to externalize with all this different equipment with like knobs and sliders, and you had to do stuff. You had to manipulate it physically through the electronics. You know, you couldn't just like click a button and it did 30 different things.
Yeah, you need to work the fade and the.
Yeah, like you had to work for it, right? So cats like that, I very much, you know, that's the thing, you know, especially me as like a music maker is. There's a rawness behind that where it's you had to earn it. You had to think of it. You had to be focused on it, and then you had to go after it. It wasn't just something you can just be like, oh, this right here, yeah, that works. You're like, no, I need this. All right, cool. Well, how do I make that? Well, I have this, and I can do that to this, and then when I have that, I can do that to this and that, and you know, you gotta layer it.
Oh yeah, you could do a whole set just on scratching.
Dude, and freestyling.
I mean, like, where
dude, I could do a full freestyle, like a whole hour of all freestyles.
Hells yeah.
You know what I mean? Like freaking like Biggie back in the day on the streets and stuff.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like the stuff that these kids don't know about. You know what I mean?
They don't know.
Nobody's taught them. It's not really their fault. But
we got what? What's going on?
Check your phone real quick.
I can't. Oh. You have to check your phone. My phone's in use. Did you send it to the right phone?
It's about this. So apparently, because I was on as 2 people instead of 1. We have a time.
We have like less than 5 minutes.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. Green room.
It just means just click back into the same room. If second it times out.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to leave us.
It's just going to get interrupted.
And I'll
But then you'll be
right
RB.
back with you.
The purpose of this
but you have
is
to click.
track the groove.
Yeah, I'll do it because I know how to find the button.
He knows how to push all the buttons.
That too.
He's talking about finding the button. He's being
Yeah,
a little bit more
the button.
specific.
Yo,
But you
quite
told me
scurrilous.
not
Scatologically.
to.
There's an episode of How I Met Your Mother, and the couple is in the OBGYN because they're getting like checked out, like fertility doctor, all that kind of stuff. So they're getting like run through the gambit. Well, they're in the OBGYN spot, and there's a large, I don't know what the correct terminology would be because it's not a poster. It's a 3D representation of female lady bits. And the husband's like staring at it. Like, it's basically like a giant vagina wall, but it has everything like, it's there. Like it's in full display, easy to see, and a little bit larger than what normally would be. So it's even easier to see. And he goes all the way up to the top and he's just like, hey, what's that little thing right there? And the doctor just looks at the wife. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's It's like, oh, buddy. Apparently you don't know where one of the buttons is. Probably doesn't know where the few others are.
One
But
of
hey,
the buttons.
Hey, there's a few.
I know there's
There's a few.
There's a plethora.
Yeah, with the ladies there is. Yeah. You ladies are lucky. You got multiple buttons. Us guys, we got, I don't know, like 1, 2. How many buttons you got? I got like, I don't know, like 1, 2.
There's a bunch of buttons. You just don't know about them all, but
No, I've had plenty of those buttons pushed. They don't work for me, so those are not my buttons. I'm just saying. Hey, I know because I'm just saying. I was introduced. I didn't like it.
So
we're good.
We're about to get cut off from the conversation
Because of that? What did I say?
for just a minute, right? And this is where it goes.
Is this bad? What happens? What? Dude, this is green room. So,
What
it's
happened?
cool.
High score. What's that mean? Is that bad?
I'm just saying I'm not into butt stuff. And then, like, now you guys say we're like hanging up. And it's like, the fuck, bro. I see how it is. Judgy as shit, dude. Damn. Think you in the tree of trust, you open up, and then people just start like
Talking about G spots.
I don't even know why I hang out with you. Oh, yo, so I showed him that scene. I showed him that scene when we were talking about the other week where that kid in the movie The Binge is basically snorting this giant pile of cocaine. But every time they have to like pull their dude, it's literally like a mound. Like it's not a joke. I mean, it looks, I don't know. I want to say it's probably like a couple of ounces.
Top of the world, man.
Like it's a mini like, Swiss Alps of just cocaine. And you have to basically snort as much as you can. However, every time you have to pull yourself back out of it because you can't snort any, you have to do your best Scarface.
Tony Montana.
Yeah, and so the whole time the kid has no idea what Scarface is. He's never seen the movie. He's like a total square. So he's like making the worst references ever. He's just like, oh, look at my scar on my face. Oh, I'm the best Scarface. And they're just like, what? What is this guy talking about? Yeah, like the dumbest stuff. But then he finally gets to the end and he's just so coked up and he's just like had it with all of society. He thinks he's the coolest thing ever. Everybody thinks he's like the biggest loser. And he's just like, fuck this. And he does, like, he goes into the whole, I'll be the monster. Like, you think I'm the bad guy, whatever, but at least I'm honest. I always tell the truth. And he just goes into the whole spiel of it. Dude, the scene in and of itself.
Always tell the truth. Even when I lie.
But dude, and the funny thing is, all right, so the kid is probably like, he's probably like 19, 20.
Something like, yeah.
I mean, he's portraying a high school student. Oh, we lost her. You got
Yeah. No, that's your phone.
But I'm in the middle of a story. Can you bring it to me? All right, hold on.
Remember your story, bookmark it.
Oh, I'm going to remember my story. It's the
The
cocaine story from The Binge. Yeah, that's great. Okay,
The cocaine story from The Binge.
Hold on.
The Binge. I got to see this movie, apparently. We got to Zoom. We got to get back into Zoom. So he's doing Zoomy stuff. Here we go. And action.
All right, cool.
All right.
This is the green room, man. Like technical difficulties and shit.
There is no technical difficulty.
Thank God I got tequila, bro.
These are not the droids.
All right, so
Well, I guess I confused it when I zoomed as myself and I had two of me. It confused it.
we don't need more than one of you. We're good.
Ooh.
Well,
I just thought there were
more than
three
one would
people
be
on
a
this
waste.
call.
Like she's perfect by herself. She doesn't need an extra. That's what, he's always thinking he's being. Dude, just because I insult you doesn't mean I insult
Well,
everybody.
I never know.
All right,
But if there was two of me, I could be in two places at once.
so isn't that Michael Keaton movie, Multiplicity?
That was hilarious.
Like clones himself like 8 times, and you get to that one guy who's a clone of the
He's
clone.
like trying to
and he's
shove
like
a slice of
complete
pizza into his
moron.
wallet.
Yeah, right. He's just like, bro, you're drooling on yourself. There's something wrong with that guy. All right. So, anyways, so yeah, the kid he's probably like what, like 19, 20, but he's portraying a high school student who's probably like 17 or 18, right? So I mean, maybe he's like 21 or 22, whatever. Who cares?
And you said it was the premise of the
movie is basically it's The Purge, but with alcohol, drugs, things of that nature. So same premise as The Purge, where one day a year, however, the binge is, it's like 12 hours. I think they literally legit give 12 hours. Well, at the end of it, there's like, champion games and stuff. And this is where the kid's doing the thing. And he's the final round, which the final round is you got to it's called Cocaine Scarface. It's literally the name of the game, Cocaine Scarface. But yeah, so he's been like snorting this pile. And when he comes up and he's just like totally had it, he's like flashbacking to all of these scenes in his life where he just wants to be the most epic thing ever. Everybody just kind of like puts him down as he's, you're not this, that, whatever. Well, so he's like all coked up and stuff, but so he's also he's pretty dark. Like he's almost like minute bowl black. Like he's really dark skinned, and he's got like baking powder white. Like this is like powder white cocaine, fake, and it's top to bottom. So he's got, so he's like uber dark with uber white face. And I mean, it's like crusted on his lips because he's been in the pile of it and stuff. And he looks ridiculous. And he's given the spiel of his life doing the best Scarface that anybody's ever seen. He's completely unaware because he's just like, fuck it, I'm done with this. And this is him unloading on this entire crowd that's watching this, festival of drug binging and alcohol drinking and weird stuff because we're freaking, Vince Vaughn's in it, and he's got to put a donut on the top of a crocodile's head, and the movie is odd.
It's very random.
It is, but it's it's freaking. It's
like a tradition or something.
Well, it's like the beer pong. The movie beer pong or whatever. Not beer pong. What the hell is it? Beer fest.
Yeah,
where they have the games, but it's all around drinking. Well, since this is like drugs and alcohol. So there's like, you got to eat a bag of freaking mushrooms and, have like 6 LSD. Dude, it's ridiculous. Well, that's why in the beginning of the movie, the preface is a statement from the production crew saying, hey, our council wants us to make sure that we're very specific that you should not try this at home. It is absolutely absurd to do anything pretty much in this movie. But then the add-on was, as well as this movie was not narrated by Morgan Freeman, and they really want us to stress this point. So it's not even like they want to stress the whole don't do the drugs that we were telling you or whatever else. This is definitely not Morgan Freeman. This is like, we really got to make sure we tell you this. So yeah, the movie in and of itself is
but that
pretty
voiceover was
good.
not Morgan Freeman.
Totally not Morgan Freeman. Sounds very dude. It's like, dude, it's very spot on. Like he even had a couple of moments where he like does he messes with his pitch and stuff as he's like kind of questioning it or whatever, and he like gets high pitchy about it. And oh yeah, no, it was But yeah, no, I made him watch that scene, dude. That scene is hilarious. I'll tell you what, I'll take it because I can't find it anywhere where it's like just chopped to just that section. So I'll just like record it or something and I'll send it to you. You'll freaking love it. It's hilarious. Dude, this kid does like the best spot on. Like, I've never seen anybody do a Scarface, outside of obviously, Al Pacino, but anybody who's trying to do Al Pacino Scarface, I've never seen anybody pull this off. This kid kills it. I mean, with the slap on the desk and everything.
The body language was like totally on point. Like I said, he was riffing. It wasn't like, he wasn't quoting.
It wasn't verbatim.
Right.
Well, because that was the thing so the rule was you have to snort as much coke as you can. And every time you have to pull up because you can't snort more right now, you have to do your best Scarface. So you're obviously going to be trying to quote parts of the movie.
Top of the world.
Yeah, you're gonna have the accent, and you're gonna So when he's doing all, and so when he finally gets to it, because he quotes Denzel Washington from like Pelican, or was it Pelican? Or whatever. It's just
there were some good quotes.
Well, I know, but it's just like he's like, yeah, Denzel's he's great. We love him, but that's not Scarface, guy. Like, you've seen Scarface, right?
I can't pull over anymore.
Yeah, everybody's like, they're basically picking on him again. Just like, Scarface, like, what the hell? Like, you're such a square. Who doesn't know Scarface? And he just gets to that point where he's just like, I've had it. And he just, yeah. And he just snorts this absurd amount. And I mean, the pile goes from, several inches tall. I want to say it was probably like a 6-inch tall pile. It's now like 2.5 inches. Like dude, there's no way he ingested this much.
It's in his hair, his eyebrows.
Oh, dude, it's all over his face. It's like soaking into his eyeballs and his nose and his lips. And he's getting, because the other contestant, because this was like the final round, right? There was like five people per team. And 5 events, because everybody has to do an event. So they get to the final event, and this is supposed to be like your biggest, baddest, whoever that can like handle doing, a pile of cocaine. And the other combatant is she's
competitor.
Well, yeah, too. Combatant. Yeah. For combatant. You have never
really combating.
But yeah, dude, they were combating.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, they were going at it. Dude, if I show you if I show you the whole scene, because you did, where she's Scarfacing the crap out of it. Like she's crushing it. And then all of a sudden he comes up and does that. Well, as he's doing that, she's freaking like doubling over, coming off of the stage, like also like, oh my God, like her body's basically shutting down because she's ingested so much coke. So it's like, dude, and she's supposed to be, a professional at this. Like this isn't her first binge, but this is his first binge. And it's like, come on, bro. But yeah, no, still he pulls off like the whole movie is just, it's super cheesy.
Donnie.
Well, I mean, it's like not another teenage movie or whatever, not another teen movie. It's like one of those where it's like an extreme mockery of like everything. So it's almost a mockery of The Purge, but not really.
Right. So all straight edge kids are like locking themselves in their house on that night, or?
Well, all right. So Vince Vaughn plays, I want to say principal, vice principal, something like that. He's something in the school, and he's very like straight laced. He's got like the freaking 70s porn stash, but he's like total straight edge. Mm-hmm. So he's like, do your homework, be a good person, have morals. So much so when he finds out that his daughter's like going off to the party to go to the binge and whatever, he goes on the hunt for her. He goes to like, all these different houses looking for the other kids that would be hanging with like, so he's looking to find other responsible parents. And these other parents have like gathered as like gaggle of girls. And he shows up and they're drinking, partying up a little bit. Dude, he gets like a bag of drugs from them. And I mean, it's like a Ziploc 1-gallon bag with like a rainbow assortment, Johnny Depp style, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's just like everything you could imagine.
Just a bag of narcotics, please.
And they're like hitting on him and he has no clue. Like he's so straight laced at this point where he's just like, no. I'm here for responsibility, accountability. And I mean, he's there to take care of the kids and very much trying to portray that character. Lo and behold, when you get to the actual like games, you find out he's not only been there before, but he's like the dude where he hasn't been around for, decades. People have been like waiting for the Panther. That's what El Pantora, waiting for the Panther to like resurface. And all of he just like walks up on stage and rips his shirt off, and he's got this big Black Panther tattoo on his shoulder. And they're like, "Oh my God, it's the Panther, it's the Panther!" And they're just like all freaking out. So Vince Vaughn's like the dopest of the dope, and
El Presidente.
well, because that was the thing is, so he basically got somebody pregnant, and then was like, "Oh, I'm having a kid. I got to be responsible." So he cut that part of that life, out, and was just like, "No, I'm just gonna be." But then
It's like kind of like the character in Old School as well, though. I mean, right? Got a kid, earmuffs, trying to get involved in all this crazy shenanigans.
He kind of was. However,
then he became like the ringleader.
Well, but in Old School, he was also a bit of a criminal because he's like, I'm worth like 4.7 million that the IRS knows about or something like that. You know what I mean? So he's a little in the binge. He's way straight.
Right.
Like he is just like none of nothing. No shenanigans, no BS, no flim flam. There's not even no drugs or alcohol. It's like, dude, no, there's no messing around. There's no BSing. Like, dude, do your stuff, stick to it. So, obviously playing to be the complete opposite, but so, I don't know. It was an adorable movie. It entertained me. That out of the whole movie, that exact scene with the kid doing Scarface is just that was
with you.
That made the whole movie for me. I'll be honest. Like I would rewatch that movie just knowing that scene was coming up because it's very close to the end. I want to say it's like 7 or 10 minutes before it's over. So it's.
Does everybody have that one scene that they remember first from a movie? I mean, is it always the same one, like Teen Wolf?
Well, I would say, give me a keg of beer.
That's the same one I came to as well. Like,
yeah.
Why is it that one scene? Maybe because it's quotable. I don't know, but
I don't know. Well, how about this then? Caddyshack.
Oh crap! There's so many.
But you said
I can't even.
What's the first one that comes to your song? Just first one.
No.
There you go, right? Chevy Chase as Ty.
It's just the little sound effects and the noises that he
beat the ball.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen that, though. We should.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter. Well, so all right. Well, how about this? How high? Do first one that comes to your head?
Well, yeah, that was
first one that comes to your head.
I figure.
got blood. Right.
I figure we study high,
take the test high,
get high scores.
Right. So me, how high? Mine one. Like, I just don't get you guys. Yeah, there's a lot of things your ass don't get. Yeah, pussy and respect. I heard that. That whole scene cracks me up. That little snippet, that 10-second Pete, dude, every time. When I think of that one and the one where they dig up freaking was it Adams, our ex-president.
Oh yes.
Oh,
correct. Yeah, freaking totally blanking.
Quincy.
John Quincy Adams. Yeah, so they dig up John Quincy Adams. And they put him on the white kid's back, and he's like throwing up and stuff. He's like dragging the body out of the graveyard while it's raining, no less. And Method Man's just like yelling at him. He's like, "Get the body!" And he's just like, he can't throw. Oh,
that dry heaving in the rain,
dude. It's hilarious. Like just the cropping of that scene. The angle, the rain, everything.
They hazed the crap out of him.
Yeah, but eventually he was cool, right? By the end of the movie, he was totally cool. He was educated. He came around.
Just got to beat the white bread off him
a little bit. Or like, how about the scene when they come out of the party and he's like, "Man, it's like you're going to see the dean." He's like, "Why do you think the dean wants to see?" He's probably pissed about that wild ass part. It wasn't wild. And they see the donkey with the dude in the ground. He's like, "Yeah, we did get a little bit out of hand." There's an animal on the ground with a man, and
yeah,
it appears
that they were my feet in your couch.
Yeah, some shit like that, right? I finished my tequila.
First quote.
First quote that comes to my mind from Weird Science.
Yeah.
Do you realize it's snowing in my room?
So many good ones from that too. You're 21. You're 21.
Lisa? I don't think we belong here.
What was it? I'm not stupid, you know. Hey, Nanny. Hi, Peppy.
No, I'm not a moron. Hey, Nanny. Hey, Pappy. But was that my grandparents? What are they doing in there?
They're happy.
I put them in there. What are they doing in there? Well, they weren't having very much fun at the party.
Do they look like
they're having fun being canatonic in a closet? Go ahead, throw an on me, dude.
Oh, I'm still going.
I can do this for days. You shit me? This is green room, bro. I just cracked a beer. I finished my tequila. But I'm pouring this beer into the tequila, and this is like a cranberry orange coconut double dry hop IPA. So with a little bit of tequila in the glass, this should be bomb. Goonies.
Man.
First thing that comes to your head. Come on, bro.
Slick shoes.
Slick shoes. Nice.
Was the first thing that came to my head.
I love you, Chunk.
Yeah, mine would either be like, Chunk, Sloth. Or my favorite is...
look out around here, because I think there's a hole. Brandon was standing in it.
Yo, when we were talking with our dude...
Did I get the wrong name?
No, he did. He called it Brad.
Brad?
And
I was going to say, that's Troy. Not his name. You're
the fact checker. You're supposed to... Come on.
I think he was standing...
Why did we give you so many high fives if you're not going to do...
No, because I went to go say it, but you guys got off the subject.
No, you still come back and be like, yo, by the way, you all effed up. Bless her job.
Okay. Y'all effed up.
Well, yeah, we did. So anyway,
his
my
name
favorite...
is Brand.
Well, but I think it's Brand. Isn't it for like Brandon? But he goes by Brand.
Brand, yeah.
Because I think it's Brandon, but they call him Brand.
No, it just states his name is Brand.
Brand. B-R-A-N-D.
Well, that was close enough.
Because I want to say it's shortened for Brandon's, but they all call him Brand. I want to say.
No, I said hello, but close enough.
Well, so anyways, my thing from Goonies would be when Data falls, and they're all like walking down
a couple times,
and they're just like, yeah, Data, there's stairs. Yeah, Data falling. Data fine, by the way. They tell me Data, there's stair. Data falling. Nobody cared Data falling. Data fine, by the way. Like, do that whole... He's just like so pissed. They're just like, dude, Dave, why don't you use the stairs? He's like, oh, yeah, Data falling, and they tell me use stair. What's fucking kid? Oh, I know you want to talk about like being as racist as can be. I mean, this freaking kid had like the thickest accent. It's like, come on. Like his dad's accent wasn't even that thick. Which he played the guy, his dad was Enzo from Cobra Kai and Karate Kid. What was that guy's? I think it's Enzo, isn't it?
Dude, you lost me. I don't know.
The bad guy in Karate Kid 2 when he goes to Okinawa.
Okay.
Yeah, the kid, the other kid that like keeps coming after him and stuff, and they wind up fighting.
Okay, so Jada's dad.
Yeah, well, you can look that up too because it's the same guy. I'm pretty sure his name's Enzo. I think that's his character's name. The character's name in Karate Kid. But yeah, it's the same guy.
It'll be easier to find.
I did not know that.
Yeah, if you IMDb like the cast of Goonies, you'll be able to find the dad, and then you can.
Well, I need to know his last name, and Data's last name doesn't apply on the cast list because all the parents are listed. Oh, wait, I found it. So it's Michael Paul Chan is Data's father. Okay,
now click on him and then go into his stuff, and it should tell you his character's name for Cobra Kai or Karate Kid because it's the same character.
I don't think it is. It doesn't look like the same guy.
Oh, it's the same guy.
You're just so positive, aren't you? I know it.
I would check my phone, but it's in use.
confident are you in?
All right, then how about this? Go to Cobra Kai and look his name up, and then you can click over to double check that. Because my question was, I'm pretty sure it's in
I'm under his biography, and it says nothing of the sort.
Oh wait, no, it's not the same guy.
Karate
Never
Kid
mind,
or
you're right.
Cobra Kai.
No, my brain just put the two pictures side by side and was just like, no, same dude. And I was like, damn it, are you sure? No, I'm pretty. Oh no.
Yeah, once I saw his picture, I was like,
then maybe that's his dad. Oh wow, dude, all white people look alike.
Damn, they all look like Tyson. Ooh. Dude. That's just wrong.
Bro, when I used to go to the salon where it was like all Vietnamese women, and I'd always get like the older women because the grandmas freaking know what they're doing. They put in good work. Yeah, I've made that statement before. Call me racist. I don't give a crap. Old Vietnamese women know how to rub some backs and feet and hands and shit. Hands down. Just saying. Dude, my evidence is every single time. Anyhow. Well, dude, I'd be like hanging out, just doing my thing, like chilling, relaxing or whatever. And they're just be like, oh, your skin's so white and milky. I'm like, what? Dude, they are really into like milky, pale white skin. Dude, this is like, dude, this is not I'm not stereotyping. This is every old Vietnamese woman.
They look like a porcelain.
Well, yeah, from actual like Vietnam, not, like they weren't born in the States. So, but. All right.
The Cobra Kai guy name. Okay, bear with me because it's Japanese.
Well, no, what's his character name? Enzo?
Hold on.
Hold, please.
Well, she's all into the actor right now, and she got pulled back.
Yeah, I'm actually in Cobra Kai cast, and it actually does not state what his character's name is.
What?
But I know.
Yeah, I'd be mad.
No, because he's. Well, I mean, you can look up Karate Kid too. I don't. This is pretty dope.
It would list like Valet Driver 1, but it won't give like I don't. I'm sure there's credit.
So his name is Chosen Taguchi.
Chosen.
Karate Kid Part 2.
Not Enzo. Chosen. I knew there was like a Z in there. Yeah, Chosen. That's his name.
It's actually Chosen spelled with a Z.
Is it with a Z?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope. Lucky bro.
Chosen.
Wish I had a Z in my name. I mean, he'd be silent. He'd be silent. It's like settle. It's got to settle a little.
You can't just take nothing serious.
I take everything seriously.
Sincerely.
You need to be on this level, bro. Some green room shit.
Sincerely.
What I was drinking.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Madonna's gone.
Wait, what?
What happened?
What?
Madonna's gone.
I'm like, did Madonna just die and you caught this like on your feed?
Yeah.
We literally just discovered this live. Oh my God.
Our new friend. Yeah.
Yeah. We, what did he call it? What is,
Stormtrooper in a suit.
No. Something corporate. Dude, he called it in the episode.
The, Corporate Empire.
Yeah, Corporate Empire. Thank you very much. See, look at that. See, this is why we work well together. But yeah, so this piece is called Corporate Empire, and it's a stormtrooper in a suit done very Banksy style. So it's black and white. It's almost as if it was just a single cutout. So you can just like roll up on a spot, spray black all over it, and then boom, this is what you're left with. But yeah, it's a stormtrooper in like a black jacket, white shirt, black and white striped tie, and his freaking stormtrooper helmet on. Dude, it's a dope piece, right?
That really is.
It is.
Shit's hot. I'm telling you, it's fire for the freaking studio, man. That thing belongs in here more than the Madonna does. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm totally going to bring the Madonna back. I mean, there are plans for making the studio bigger because, I mean, we need to make room for more people.
Oh, but that was brought specifically in homage.
Well, that was our dude Vic being like, hey, you don't come to, the first time you're meeting somebody, you don't come empty handed. You're coming to their house. I mean, coming to the studio, but, coming to your house and it's like, hey, I got to bring you something. So him being an artist brought us this.
Social manners.
And yeah, dude, no shit, right?
Right.
Somebody was raised right, apparently.
Embarrasses I'm embarrassed now because I feel like I go all kinds of places. I don't bring gifts. He just right off the bat. I was like, that was really cool.
That just made me think of it too.
I just kept saying that. I was like, yeah. And then it makes me feel bad because I'm like, I never do that, man.
Dude, I bring stuff all the time.
I love that. Somebody brings a bottle of liquor over your house and like you never get to it. And then they're getting ready to leave and they're like, yo, you got that bottle of liquor?
It's like, bro, dude, you should bring your own at that point. If that was your intentions, yeah.
I thought you brought it to the house, but yeah, if you want to take it home.
No. Well, dude, because that's the thing is the last tequila you brought, I don't drink on that unless it's recording night.
Right.
So if you're in the building, then I'll crack the tequila, whether you're gonna drink on it or not.
Crack it because it's in glass.
Because it's in glass. Dude, I already did that joke. Yeah. See, this is.
We're not really cracking it because it's already cracked.
I'm gonna crack your ass. Scoozy.
It's already been opened.
Your ass?
No, the tequila.
You eat pieces of shit for
You wouldn't
breakfast?
really be cracking it. You'd be popping the tequila.
You eat shit for breakfast?
No. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, this beer in the tequila glass is pretty dope. It didn't add a lot, but it did modify it slightly. Plus, this is aged.
Or you put that into the tequila?
Yeah, this is from June last year.
It's aged.
It's like 8 months aged.
Does it taste a lot different? Did you try it without pouring it on the liquor?
I mean, well, so yeah, I had one of these yesterday, just straight up.
Did it taste a lot different?
Yeah, the coconut was almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
The cranberry was very. I want to say it settled into the dry hop more because it started to come out a little bit more like bitey almost. So, but not like bitter bitey. Well, so it didn't have that bitterness to it where it was just like, it messes with your palate. It's just the sense of it. So it came across more as like a flavor note than an actual indication. So it didn't physically modify my palate. It just,
Word.
touched it. Green room, bro. Yo, he got us coasters. Dude, so did our dude make these? Or did he, what's up? So these are coasters.
I know he sells them.
This?
I don't know if he makes.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, look at so that's
Yeah, so you can go onto his Facebook
fucking Fight Club
and check him out. He posts I think every week, but when he opens the store, he posts current pictures of his gallery so people can see what's still for sale.
Yeah, he's supposed to get back to me about that one piece, and it was in his picture. I'm gonna go by there.
Yeah, the ninja in the tree, the cherry blossom tree, and
I'm gonna make a
sunset.
deal. I'm gonna make a deal with him. Let's make a deal.
It was funny.
Door number 2.
It's so funny because I was walking. I was just walking back and forth, looking.
I was
walking back and forth in the
I was
store,
walking,
looking at all the paintings, right? And I'm right at the moment. I'm saying, I bet he doesn't have anything supernatural, from the show Supernatural. And right then, I look forward, and I'm like, I focus in on the picture right in front of me, and I'm like, oh.
I want to ask you something.
What?
What is it about Supernatural? Don't think about it. Don't try to make an elaborate statement. Give me 3 to 7 words. What is it that makes you what? Because that seems to be something you're very drawn to. What draws you to it?
It's about killing bad spirits.
Done. Okay, cool.
I mean, how much cooler can you get that? I mean, that's their life.
So
they kill bad spirits and they save people.
I would like to take an extension of this, if I may. Thought experiment.
Credit card fraud pretty much supports it all.
Thought experiment.
It's a story,
Thought experiment. If I may. If that is the main point, or what you see, because again,
there's a lot more depth.
I'm talking.
Sorry.
You listen, because I'm asking a very serious question.
Right.
So if this is something that is externalized, what do you think its implications is internalized for you specifically? Don't think, react.
I don't really understand the question.
So you said...
What is it about that show you said?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you said for this show, don't look at the clock. No. Fuck that squirrel. We're right here. You said for this show, it's about killing bad spirits.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so as an externalized idea from your internal perception.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
What does that say about you? Don't think, speak.
Well, that I would like to kill my own internal evil spirits. I guess that's a good way, right? I mean, that's, if you're going to internalize, you just flip it around. That's maybe I see them as like heroes. And, you know, when you look at a hero, it's somebody you want to emulate, you know?
But see, that's what I'm saying. So just because it's internalized doesn't mean that you're trying to kill your own internal bad spirits. It could mean literally on the inside, you personally would like to be seen as...
They're badass. You know what I'm saying?
So you would like to embody that more. Meaning that you would like to be able to put good in this world, which would help diminish the bad, right? It would remove those bad spirits.
But I mean, you're talking about a show where, you know, you got
credit card fraud.
You got every monster imaginable. You got
credit card fraud, apparently.
That's how they support their lives, basically.
So this is
just travel in this car, like from town to town to town.
But this is what's odd to me.
Stories.
This is what's odd to me. Your second point. So first point was
why do we internalize that?
First point was
they don't have to work. This is
first
their job.
Point was killing bad spirits. Second point was
like right after that,
credit card fraud to fund all of it.
Right.
So there's a little bit of like
because nobody can pay you.
But there's a good and a bad to this.
It's not like Ghostbusters.
But so there sounds like a justification and a rationalization between doing good, but having to do a little bit of bad or illegal to provide for that good. That sounds like a justification to me.
Well, sure. I mean, throughout 15 seasons, man, they saved the world actually the entire world a couple times.
There's literally 15 seasons. 15 seasons
that I know of.
There's legit. They've been making the show for 15 fucking years.
I'm telling you, and I've been watching it.
What is it? The fucking Simpsons? How many bad spirits and credit card fraud can you commit?
It draws you
interesting
in,
for 15 years.
The premise behind the story is it starts out and finishes the same way. But that's the enjoyment of it is like they're researching a bad hoochie what's it. They find it, they figure out how to kill it, they kill it, they save the day. You know,
it sounds like insanity to me.
It's entertaining. You'd have to be there.
Dude, you try to show me this one time.
But I wouldn't say they're totally like anti-hero though. Like some of my other like Dexter. I used to love watching Dexter. And he's like a wonderful anti-hero. Like he's
a serial killer that kills serial killers.
Yeah, basically. And he's
has a code of ethics.
He's got a code of ethics.
Of who he can't kill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure so do the other serial killers.
He's got the perfect MO though. He's a forensic scientist.
No, that's the perfect cover-up.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's not an M. It's
not MO, but he's got his perfect cover up is that he's.
Have you watched the new series
of Dexter? No,
I haven't.
When I saw the first of, I was
New Blood.
Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna. Where do they take it from here?
It's good.
Is it?
It's good. Yep, watch it. If you like the original, then you'll like it.
All right, I'm going to tell you this: if instead Dexter was Hannibal Lecter,
there was a show.
No.
And it's twisted.
Legit, if Dexter was Hannibal Lecter. So Hannibal Lecter is the forensic scientist, but he's also the serial killer that kills the serial killers. I would watch that show.
But Hannibal Lecter was a surgeon.
He was, yeah.
So
he was a really
I
good
know.
doctor. He was an amazing doctor. Yeah. But yes, parallels.
Ruining my world. I'm gonna go cry.
It's hard.
Back.
Well, maybe it's time to take a. Yeah, it's time to take
But
a
I
break.
think Hannibal Lecter made better as a surgeon than he would as a forensic, like,
Cannibal
scientist.
Lecter.
Cannibal.
Cannibal Lecter. Did that just happen?
Did you see the show Hannibal?
Yeah.
That's twisted, isn't it?
Cannibalism is like something that intrigues me, like very much so.
Have you seen?
It disturbs me.
Not that I want to try it, but
have you
it's
seen
just what makes people think and like urge them in their manners. Yeah.
So
psychology and criminal law was my first love.
Yeah, I love abnormal. It's like my specificity in. Yeah, that too. Yo, so there's this show from Andy Samberg called Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Mm-hmm. And there's, oh God, I forget his name. He was on SNL. But he plays a character that's a cannibal that went to jail because Andy Samberg's character, being a detective in the NYPD, like had to go to jail for a little bit. It was, it's a long story. But in jail, he meets this guy who is a cannibal and he has a reoccurring role on, I want to say like 4 or 5 episodes, and he's just like the weirdest cannibal ever because they're like having interactions where he's in jail and they pull the Hannibal mask off of him and stuff. And then he's like showing paintings where he's like, oh, look, I made a flower with a bee. And it's like, oh, it's so cute and stuff. And like Andy Samberg's character goes to like touch the painting and he goes to like bite his hand because he's a freaking cannibal. He talks about how he does like cross stitching with like livers and it's messed up. But yeah, we're over. Do it. Hey, yo, you.
You.
Do it.
Yeah, have you ever seen
Do it.
iZombie?
What?
I think it's called iZombie. Anyway.
Fact checker.
No, zombies are not a.
What?
It's a show. No, it's a show about all these people that become zombies like almost at the same time from this crazy like sports drink or whatever. It's weird.
Idiocracy, but with zombies?
But the weird thing, their little twist to it is that when you eat the brains of a dead person, you get to experience like their last memories. So the main character of this show is like she works in a morgue and she kind of is a detective for like how people get killed. And it's so weird because like she has to go through all the experiences that they went through in the last hours of their life. Like the emotions and everything.
There was another movie where if you ate the brains, you got to see their memories. Warm Bodies? I think it was Warm Bodies.
A movie, but this was a show. So it may have been, it may have kind of spun off of that maybe.
All right, but we got to go.
Yeah, we got to go. It's been way over.
Do it.
All right, do it.
Do it.
All right, well, this has been B-Sides in the Green Room, brought to you by the letters.
Chicka what?
By the...
Yo, for real, dude, your giggle.
These guys use...
Oh, yeah, no, we're trying... Okay, we got to go.
Yeah. B-Sides in the Green Room with...
Tequila. Oh.
And... Mr. Gemini.
Yeah.
All of us.
Do you know how many episodes we've had where we've ended where all of us are just like laughing?
That was just way off.
There's like 2 episodes ago, and she's like losing her shit.
But we got to take a break for real.
Yes. Oh yeah, Philly D. Sorry,
Mr. Gemini.
I didn't know what we were doing.
Miss JD.
Miss JD.
You're a school dish. Yeah, no, fam, we appreciate you.
Lovely.
Be good to yourself. Be good to everyone else.
Much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Mine sounded like a cow.
The cow goes moo.